Many clients we encounter will have spent a lifetime building their wealth, whether that's growing a business over many, many years or building a large property portfolio. However, that wealth can be easily lost, whether that's to do with commercial creditors popping up or family breakdown or the taxman. And indeed, a 40% inheritance tax can be a substantial bite out of anybody's wealth. Clients react differently to this. An entrepreneur, for instance, who has raised himself from his bootstraps may think even after 40%, his children are off to a better start than he was. However, many will take the contrary view, and inheritance tax is a tax which is particularly disliked. Even where tax isn't the main objection, the thought of perhaps having to sell an asset or assets with sentimental value to actually raise the tax might be totally unpalatable. There is and perhaps remains a rather trite saying that inheritance tax is a voluntary tax. And that's not true, but perhaps reflects more the fact that the tax system has been more focused on raising taxes from income than perhaps capital. But over recent years, I think there's a very, very clear shift where governments now, with the cupboard being bare, are looking to tax more and more from capital and wealth. And we've seen that particularly with the rather, to quote Vince Cable, fierce taxes that we've seen on property in the UK. It's our view that this direction of travel will continue, and the government and HMRC will be looking to tighten up in the area of inheritance tax. One example is business property relief, which is a relief available to businesses, but it's not only available to entrepreneurs, it's essentially available to retail investors who invest in the right products as well. So where does one start with inheritance tax planning? Well, as with any tax planning, it is a case-by-case basis, but we have been involved in a number of different projects recently where we've restructured a client's activities in a way that secures some kind of inheritance tax relief. And for instance, we've done that quite extensively recently for investors in residential and commercial property. However, one does need to take full advice, because on a case-by-case basis, the scenario will change. There's very little point in saving 40% inheritance tax if it involves wrapping up the entire family's wealth in a structure where you simply cannot get your hands on the funds. So some thought does have to be given to what is the end game with a particular structure and whether it really does serve the family's needs. As such, if you do need any assistance in this area, then get in touch.